Well, greetings everyone. I'm working with a new setup here, so hopefully this is going to work out just fine. Anyway, this is Anjolie with Cosmic Vibes Tarot, coming to you live. I'm going to start out. This is going to be a Mercury Retrograde reading, so what we can expect for the next 3 weeks. As you all know, Mercury went retrograde, or is going retrograde today, sometime later on today. This is October 31st. Happy Halloween. Happy Samhain. Some people pronounce it Samhain. Some people say Samhain. Either way it goes, happy holidays. So without further ado, we're going to do a 3-week spread for what the collective can expect from this Mercury that has going retrograde into Scorpio. All right, so let's give these cards a shuffle and let's find out what we have. And if you'll take note that frequently I may pause the camera so that I don't spend a lot of camera time or recording time picking the cards, because as some of you know, we can shuffle and shuffle and shuffle for minutes before a card will pop out. So in that case, I will be pausing the video to save video time and to respect your time, because your time is valuable to me as well. So let's shuffle the cards, and I'll start out first just giving it a quick shuffle. So once I get the first card flipped over, then I'm going to push pause and lay out the rest of the cards. So what is the message for the entire collective for Mercury retrograde first week? There we go. Okay, I shall push pause and I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. Now I've got all the cards laid down. So what I've done is I've taken the top row is for the first week of Mercury retrograde. The middle row is the second week, and the third row is the third week of Mercury retrograde. There's always 3 weeks whenever Mercury goes retrograde, for those of you who don't know. So beginning with this week, we have the Hierophant. Okay, and the Hierophant tells me to stick to traditions, stick to ordinary, everyday tasks, because Mercury retrograde brings about delays in communication, since we have the Page of Wands reversed. So there's delays in communications concerning career, passionate creative endeavors, and things of that nature. But also it tells me there's going to be success with your work commitments. You're going to be focused on building up and creating a successful whatever you're doing. So this first week, just be mindful. Let's summarize it up. Let's be mindful and pay attention to details. Okay, yes, pay attention to details. The Three of Pentacles. You can see that he is focused. He is really focused on what he's doing. And his cat, you can see his little kitty cat sitting there really paying attention to the details too. Or it could be the cat is just captivated by the flame of a candle. You never know. But I don't think so. I think the cat is looking at the feather. What do you think? I think that cat wants the feather and he wants to play, which tells me, hey, lighten up. Even though Mercury's retrograde, let's still play and have fun. Don't worry too much about it. I think that's the general message for the first week, is even though communications may get a little wonky, you know, everyone knows our electronic devices decide to go, well, okay, I don't feel like doing what you want me to do right now, so I'm going to do my own thing. But, you know, just lighten up and have a good sense about it, and you'll get through that just fine. Okay, moving on to the second week, we have the High Priestess. We have the Ace of Pentacles reversed. We have the Six of Pentacles reversed. And we have the Nine of Swords reversed. Okay, so the key card for me right here is the High Priestess. And she kind of represents to me hidden wisdom. During the second week, I believe, with a little bit of meditation, just maybe sit quiet and ponder things. You don't really have to meditation is different for everyone. Some people can meditate to music. Some people need utter quiet. Some people need to be in nature. Some people like to drive. Like me, when I'm driving, I have some of the most brilliant thoughts and some of the most elaborate enlightenments, aha moments, epiphanies, if you will, when I'm driving, because it's just me and the highway and the car, and it's like there's nothing else around me. It's quiet, and I can think and I can hear what's coming into me. So the second week is telling me to be mindful of your finances, okay? Try to engage a little bit of discipline when it comes to your finances, because the second week, as you know, when Mercury goes retrograde, it's not a good time to make any major purchases, make any big decisions like deciding to buy a house, deciding to buy a brand new car, or going further and actually buying it. I had an experience with Mercury retrograde. I won't get into it, but let's just say, because I made a major purchase, not only did I lose the thing I purchased, I lost the money that I used to purchase it. Get my picture? Okay, so this is one instance of what can happen during Mercury retrograde. Watch your money. Don't make any major purchases. A small TV, that's not a major purchase. Groceries, that's not a purchase. Getting a tarot card reading, that's not a major purchase. But buying a house, buying a car, buying a new office building, or, signing contracts even. Don't sign contracts either until after Mercury has gone direct, because sometimes when we do those things, it comes back to us and bites us in the butt, because there's things that just not everything is made known to us. And this is hidden wisdom again. Remember, there's a veil behind her, and we can't see past that veil during Mercury retrograde. There's just things that aren't being brought to the surface that we need to know about. Okay, so watch your money during the second week. I will say this, you will be getting more rest during the second week. A lot of your stress and worries will dissipate as long as you are following protocol here and staying disciplined with your finances. Okay, so that's going to relieve a whole lot of stress and help you to sleep better and improve your health. Okay, let's move on to week 3. Beginning the week off, we have the beautiful lion and his mistress. Isn't that awesome? Look at the smile on his face. He's happy. She's happy. And look at them. They coexist together. Okay, so the third week, we're starting to regain our strength and our courage. And we're able to tame our inner beast and look at the lighter side of things. Okay, now we also have the Ten of Swords reversed, the King of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. So, what this tells me, it's not the end of the story yet. Otherwise, 10 in the upright position would be completion, finality, it's over, it's done, it's history, bye-bye, see ya. Not quite yet. So, there are things that are happening, and we're going to get some clarifiers. So there is something going on in your life right now that's not completely finished, and it still has to run its course. And chances are it has to do with a masculine figure or the traits of the King of Wands. The King of Wands, he's passionate, he's a go-getter, he's very motivated, but it's also very kind and very generous. Okay, think fire energy, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Okay, and then we have the Queen of Cups, and she's looking into her cup of intuition. And this is also the energy of Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. It's a water energy. So you may be dealing with some of fire and water energy, or exerting the qualities of these two cards yourself this week. Or it may be that you need to interact with someone of this caliber. Okay, so I'm going to pull out my little teeny tiny Rider-Waite deck, and we're going to pull some clarifiers for this reading. Okay, so for the sake of time, I'm going to pause again while I pull out all the clarifiers, and then I'll be back to finish off the reading. Okay, and we're back. Now we have our clarifier cards. So remember, in the first week of Mercury retrograde, we had the Hierophant. Okay, and I asked, why is he here? What is the message here? And the clarifying card is the Tower. So with the two of these together, excuse me, I'm looking at the Hierophant, say, stick to tradition, stick to what is familiar, just do your everyday, ordinary, mundane tasks. And the reason why is because major change can create chaos. That is why we want to stick to what we know, okay? Now, we have the Page of Cups, and the clarifying card is the King of Cups. And what I see with this is sometimes delayed messages can cause us to become a little emotional. If you ever notice that when you're texting someone and they don't text you back immediately, or they just don't respond at all, that can create a discordance in your emotions. So Facebook Messenger is a prime example of this. And it's funny how it's set up so that you can see if someone saw your message. And then when you see that they've seen your message and they don't respond, then that creates a sense of, well, what the heck? Am I not important enough that you look at the message and you can't even just give me a thumbs up, or, okay, I can't talk right now, or something, you know? And so sometimes I think Facebook maybe does that on purpose, just to see how far they can push people's buttons. But this is an example of how delayed messages and miscommunications can mess with our emotions. It can cause some waves there a little bit. So just be on alert for that. Know that if people aren't responding right away, there's a reason. You know, there's always a reason. Okay, so now we have the Six of Wands, and that was all about success. You're victorious, and you're well. If you recall, we were saying there was success with business. Now, with the Six of Wands and the King of Swords, I believe that you're going to find a little bit more clarity when it comes to something that you have been pondering about maybe your career or a creative endeavor that you have been pursuing. So the King of Wands tells me that you're going to have a clear head about things, and overall, it's really reinforcing that this is a positive time in your life, because I mean, look at the colors on the card. It's bright and it's nice. It's a blue sky and everything is just happy looking in this card. Okay, so that definitely warrants a successful endeavor in whatever you may be undertaking at the moment. And now we have, with the Three of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles. And this is, oh, by the way, this is also an air energy. So you may also be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius in the business venture or your creative arts or whatever it is that you're doing. And then we have the Three of Pentacles. Pentacles represents earth signs. Okay, so we have earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. With the Three of Pentacles here, you're focused and being creative. And the Queen of Pentacles tells me that you've almost come full circle with your project at hand. Just a little farther and it'll be completed. But the Queen of Pentacles is all about connecting to earth, grounding even. And since we have both pentacles here, I would definitely say to connect with nature this first week to help you ground out the energy shifts that we're going through. There are so many different things happening in the astrological world that I won't cover because I'm not an astrologist, but I do keep up with some of it. So what I do learn, I'll share as I learn it. But for the most part, I'm just doing the readings and telling it like I hear it or see it in this instance. Okay, Queen of Pentacles also can represent a Taurus woman too, and she might be someone prominent in what you're doing. Okay, now for the second week of Mercury retrograde, we had the High Priestess, and the card that I got with her to clarify was the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles represents wealth, happiness, successful family life. It's a really, really good card. And what follows next is even going to be greater. But the Ten of Pentacles tells me that you are completing where we left off on week one, where we had the Three of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. Tens are all about completion, okay? It's endings and new beginnings. So what was hidden will be coming to the light, and you will complete your task that maybe you have a deadline, you got to get something done. Well, you'll get it done the second week of Mercury retrograde. So there you have it. Anyways, moving on, we had the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Okay, and why that was here, remember we had the Six of Pentacles reversed, which means basically watch your finances. Don't start anything new right now financially, okay? If you want a happy life, keep a happy wife if you're married. The Ten of Pentacles represents a happy family, a happy life. This is just, we have two tens here. 10, 10. Oh, okay, here we go. Two tens on the ground. And if my friend Laura is watching this video, 10, 10. We've been seeing 10, 10 a lot lately. And 10, 10 is basically, well, I'll tell you what. Let me read that to you because I have that here. I made my own deck of cards with all of the meanings to share with people whenever they asked. So here we have 1010. And 1010 says, you create your reality with your thoughts, beliefs, feelings, and actions. You are encouraged to keep those things positive, especially during Mercury retrograde. Pay attention to your intuition. Remember, we had the High Priestess. She's all about intuition. Pay attention to your intuition, thoughts, and impressions as they are revealing answers to your prayers. Yep. Okay, let's see. They are revealing answers to your prayers and requests to the universe. Step out of your comfort zone and into the direction of your true desires. You will find success and fulfillment in your endeavors. Look at this. Success and fulfillment. 1010. Can you see it? You can't make this stuff up. I mean, seriously. Success and fulfillment. 10 of Pentacles, success. 10 of Cups, fulfillment. Don't you just love it? Okay. Now, this is something. Remember, we got the 6 of Pentacles reverse, and when I pulled the clarifying card, look what I got. The 6 of Pentacles reversed again. This is really reinforcing the fact that you should be careful with where your money is going during the second week of Mercury retrograde. That is like from, let's see, tomorrow's the 1st, from the 8th until the 15th. So from the 7th or 8th of November until the 15th of November, really pay attention to where you're putting your finances. You know, if you have to get out a notebook and keep track of everything, because sometimes, you know, we can put money out there and before we know it, it's like, wait a minute, where did it all go? What did I spend it on? Where's my money? But if you keep track of your money, you'll know exactly where it's at, and you'll know that you'll have enough to cover your bills, you'll have enough to pay for food, you'll even have enough to go out and have some fun. Okay? And the last card in the second week, we pulled the 9 of Swords reversed, remember? And my clarifying card was the 4 of Swords. Okay? Here's a lot of clarity here. Swords represents clarity, clear thinking. Okay? And in order to have clear thinking, what do we need to do? We need to rest properly. We need to meditate. We need to take a respite. And the 4 of Swords points to that. It says to rest. Your health depends on it. Your mental health, your emotional, your physical health. Every aspect of your well-being depends on getting the proper amount of rest. Okay? So the second week of Mercury retrograde, make sure you get some good rest. Okay? Now let's move into the third week. We started out the week with the Strength card, right? Okay, we're building momentum, and we're starting to feel a sense of normality, and we're gaining strength and balance, because you know here they're balancing out the ferociousness of the beast and the gentility of the woman. Okay, so, I mean, she's not afraid to sit with the lion, and the lion's not eating her up, you know, they're coexisting perfectly. And so that's how we're starting the week out, is in coexistence with all of humanity or your immediate surroundings. But we also have the Queen of Swords. We have a lot of swords. A lot of clarity is coming through during this Mercury retrograde, and that's exactly what's supposed to happen. We're supposed to gain clarity. When planets go retrograde, it's a time to rethink, to re-energize, to repair, to redirect, to reprogram, to anything that has a re in front of it. That's what we're meant to do. We're also meant to reflect on things that are buried deep within our subconscious mind, to bring those to the surface and deal with them, learn from them, and move on. And that's what the retrograde planets are all about. It's a type of reflection so that we can enhance our life, to progress in our spiritual enlightenment, and to grow. Okay, so we have the Queen of Swords, and she basically tells me, at this point, it's okay to have your head in the clouds for a bit, right? Be like the bird. Just kind of let your mind float up there and see what's going on down below, okay? The bird's flying, and when a bird is up in the air, they're not going to look up. They're going to look down because, up, it's pretty clear. Well, they'll look up maybe, but generally, birds are looking at the ground when they're coming in for a landing, so they, can land properly. But when we're meditating and we're focusing on higher thoughts, then we're looking down at the lower thoughts that are buried, and we're shedding light on those and bringing them to the surface so that we can deal with them and release them. Okay, so moving forward, we had the Ten of Swords reversed and got the Chariot. This tells me the Chariot is also a card of control. It's also a card that says, hey, you might be getting a new vehicle, but not during Mercury retrograde. So, on that note, I'm going to tell you that this is self-control. This is you taking control of that situation that's not quite finished yet. This is you taking control and getting things worked out, okay? Your mind is a very powerful and strong instrument. And if you look at this card closely, he is not holding any reins, nothing in his hand. He uses his mind to communicate with these two here, and it's a balance. If you notice, one's white, one's black. It's a balance between day and night, good and not good. But he's using his mind to control his outcome, his direction in life. Okay, just like a charioteer would with horses. They use reins to guide the horses to go left or right, to go straight, or to stop, or to start. Okay, this guy is not using those. He's using his mind. Okay. And then we have the King of Wands. Remember, we said that was fire energy. But along with the King of Wands comes the Five of Pentacles. And he's here to let you know that not all is lost. Now, this to me speaks of spiritual loss, spiritual Basically, this card is saying they could go inside for help, but they're not. Why aren't they? Why aren't you seeking help? Okay. At this point, you might need a little help from someone. Maybe this fire sign here can help you with a current situation that you're going through financially, because this is Pentacles, right? So, again, remember, we had the Six of Pentacles reversed over here in the second week, and this is carrying over to the third week now with the Five of Pentacles. So make sure that if you aren't good with budgeting your money, find someone who can help you budget your money. And that can help you get ready for the end of Mercury retrograde, where we can begin to start creating new things again. We can look to our intuition, and we can connect with that hidden knowledge. Again, this is hidden knowledge. She's similar to the High Priestess. when it comes to hidden wisdom, hidden knowledge. There's a veil behind the high priestess, and she's looking through the liquid that's in the, I'm going to assume that it's water in the cup, and she's looking in it. Or is she about to take a drink? I think she's looking into it, maybe divining what is coming next. So trust your intuition, and it'll get you on the right path to begin a wonderful new adventure. And that's all I have for your Mercury retrograde reading. So I want to thank you. If you like my video, remember to click on the subscribe button if you haven't already, and tap that notification bell. And when the little box comes up, make sure to tap all so that you can get all of my videos. All right, you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.